Just thought I'd comment, folks. I seen the first collaboration, episode 1 of the new collaboration, the YouTube sensations that are Danny Malin from Rate My Takeaway and Gary Eats. I seen the first review they did. I think it was a fish and chip shop, a high-end fish and chip shop in that there Kent. I think it came out yesterday or day before. And I watched it, and now, you know me, folks. I've had a few people having a go at me on here because I regularly mention Rate My Takeaway just because I love the fella, that's old Danny boy. I don't know what it is about him, I just like him. I have some comments on here saying that he's not as he seems on the screen and so on and so forth, and they knock him, they knock his partner, they just tend to knock because I think they enjoy knocking, but I always defend him. I take as I see him, from what I see on the screen, I love the fella. I think he's absolutely great. I think he's brilliant with the public. I think he's got a heart of gold. I think he's a decent fellow. I might be proved wrong, but that's how I see things. And I've defended him on many occasions when they've knocked himself and his wife there, young Sophie. For all, I don't know either of them. And I don't do it for clicks or for likes or anything else like that. He doesn't even know I've posted any videos about him because I've never ever told him. I've never made contact with the fella. But I seen number 1 to yesterday, day before, and I was slightly disappointed, I've got to say. And the reason is, I mean, both nice fellas. I've seen a few of the videos of Gary Eats, not as many, and I've got nothing against him. Seems a nice bloke, a really nice bloke. But Danny I love, and that's why I've seen most of what he's done over the last few years, because I just love the fella, I really do. And probably because my heart is in fast food, that's why I've got such a gut on me and whatever else. I like all the wrong things. There's loads of foods I don't like, but most fast foods, I can eat till the cows come home. And I just like his reviews and his honesty, as I say, that Danny that is. Gary I've not seen as much of. Now I do know when Danny had his fallout with his ex-partners at Rate My Takeaway, I know Gary was something of a friend there, and maybe even a shoulder to cry on, or someone just to talk to. With no agenda, no hidden agenda at all, because for all Danny's doing very, very well with Rate My, Gary's doing particularly well with his own channel. But they've done some videos in the past, they obviously get on famously. I think they like one another, and I think they're good for one another. And when I heard they was doing a collaboration about 3 or 4 weeks ago, they put a video out to say, I thought, well, I'll be watching, I like them. And I will probably carry on watching, but I just wasn't as keen. I think I like the takeaway stuff possibly even more, although it's not just that, or the table thing. I think I probably like him on his own, Danny, that's probably what it is. And I like him when he interacts more with the public. I love to see, the public talking to him and having selfies with him and so on and so forth. I just think he seems to have time for many, many people, for all he's a busy fellow. And I like that side of him. He seems to care. I like that about him. But with Gary, I think probably Danny was more at fault than Gary. He was trying to be not too much of a comedian. Not too nice. You can't be too nice. Too much of a comedian. Yeah, I mean, all the talk about gravy on the fish and so on and so forth and whatever, I just found it sort of a little boring. It just went on too much, and you from down south and us from north and this. I don't know. It was just too much. I would have I'd much rather them just been reviewing the food and talking the food. I think that's what it is. I think Danny's maybe trying too hard to make it a double act, and I don't think he needs to do that, because I think they're both nice fellows and both really well liked. I mean, even to the end there, when you've got Gary, I think at the end lying down on a bench and whatever, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I like, although it's only 1 episode in, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I like the structure of it as much as I like the previous stuff. And I think they're doing it because they like one another. I mean, Gary certainly doesn't need Danny at the moment because Gary's channel's flying. Danny's starting off anew because he's not got his partners. He's not got as many subscribers as he had with Rate My Takeaway, but they'll come. They might come slow, but they'll come. He got a first flux, and now they're a bit down, but he had 3 years building that up. It will build up in time. He doesn't need millions and millions of subscribers, because at the end of the day now, if he was on his own, he is only paying himself as opposed to 2 partners. Yes, Sophie or somebody else might have to film, but it won't cost the earth. And he could take the lion's share of everything. So I think he's doing it with Gary just because they like one another. He has got his irons in a couple of other fires. I think that's the right thing to say, because I think he's got an interest in a restaurant and so on and so forth. Does a bit of radio work and everything else. So I don't think it's that he needs Gary. And as I say, Gary's doing well himself. I just think they enjoy each other's company and they think they'll bring out some good content, and they probably will. I like the idea that they're going to do lots of different things and go to different places. But I do wish they'd base it more on the food as they did in the past, or as Danny used to, and less on the comedy aspect, because I don't know, at times it comes across as, oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, oh, he'll never see it, a little lame and a little stupidy, really, and it doesn't need to be, because they're not that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I don't think I am. It's what I thought about it. No, I wasn't as impressed as I have been by his own channel. But I think it's minor things, and I think in time it'll grow on me, and I think they'll get better and they'll refine things and so on and so forth. And I think it will be better further down the line. But I wasn't as impressed as Rate My, I must admit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad Danny's on his own. Well, with Gary, I'm happier with Gary than with the boys that Rate My Takeaway, because of what I've heard and what I've read. And I don't know the other boys. Obviously, we never saw them, but I tend to believe Danny before I believe the other two. Although I don't know the other two, I just like the fella. I tend to believe what he's telling us is the truth. It wasn't helping. His working environment was poor, mental health poor, and all that. He's had issues with his health about the last 12 months. He doesn't need any of that. So I'm glad he's out to Rate My Takeaway, and I'm glad he's with Gary. I am. Just wasn't over keen on the first show, me. But don't worry, I'll still watch the next one. I want him to do well. I like him. I like them both. But especially Danny, I like him a lot. Anyway, I'll love you and leave you. I don't know why I've put this out. What I just thought, well, there'll only be 100 people see it, 200, so it's not going to upset anybody, is it? And even if Danny saw it, which is unlikely to, it won't upset him. He's got thousands and thousands and thousands watching, man. Thousands. 200 people ain't going to bother him, have they? Or however many people say this, might not even be 100 people. Right, I'll love you and leave you. Hope you're all well. And I'll catch up with you, well, over the next couple of days. Probably tomorrow, but definitely over the next couple of days. See you later.